want to go ahead and put this video together for you on creating a report in ServiceNow on it. So let's say you want to pull up a report on incidents created. So a couple ways of doing that on it. You can actually go into your incident view and bring up a list of all your incidents on the platform. Here's just 69 of them on it, and you can build your report from here as one way of doing that. You do that. This is the Vancouver version of my personal developer instance. So you can come in and you can click your column options. You'll see these three dots, and you can click on that, and you can see that it gives you two options to create two different reports. One, a bar chart or a pie chart. It does give you an interactive analysis, but we'll deal with that later. So in this report, I can go ahead and choose bar chart, and it will go ahead and create a report for you. It takes a little bit, but it will come up. So it goes on ahead and it creates an initial report for you that you can then customize. But if you don't want to do things that way, you're not sure how to go ahead and do what I just did just yet, there's also another way to create a report on it. If you've created a dashboard already, in my last video, I created a dashboard and I added a report to it. So if you have a dashboard already that you want to add the report to, you can bring up your dashboard and you can go ahead and hit your plus sign here. And in this here, you can add this view, you can add widgets. So you can add some favorite widgets if you have one already saved, or in here in your list view, you can see this as reports. And once they load, you can add some out of the box reports that may be added, or you can click new report and then add, and it will add it to your dashboard automatically. You can then go ahead and configure this widget to create your report that way. And then there is also yet another way. So if you click reports in your filter navigator, you'll see an application here that's called reports on it, and then you'll see create new. So you can click on create new. Probably seen this view before already a couple times. So this is your initial create report screen, and here you can uh, create your report. You can name it whatever you want. So in this case, we can do uh, we could just call it total incidents by assigned to. So let's say we want to grab the total incidents on our incident table by the assigned to, by who they were assigned to. The table we're going to choose is the incident table. So we can type incident and it will bring up anything that has incidents. It's going to give you a recent view of choices. As you can see, I've already used some, but it's going to bring up anything that has the word incident in it. If this is a different table, you can, just a short hint here, you can also type the little, I'm going to call it a brace, and then type incident, and close brace, and it will definitely bring up your table specifically if you want it. So if you want to see what generates so far we don't have anything generated, but we can do a run on here to run the report, and it will bring up all the data. This is what we call list view, right? And that it basically defaults to that from the type on it. So we have a couple different types of reporting structures types that you can choose from bar charts to pie charts. There's some time series and multi-dimensional reports, scores, and then a few other reports. And this is where it defaults to the list view, this list display of your data on it. And that's what you're seeing here. Now the report isn't saved right now. So if you were to try to navigate away to something different, it's going to ask you, hey, would you like to save this? Right? So we're going to go ahead and just cancel this because we're going to stay on here. And what I am going to do is I'm going to save it automatically. So to do that, I click save. Now, just because I clicked save does not mean that it's on the dashboard. It isn't on there at all. So right now it's still in the report view. We're going to go ahead and to our conditions builder, and we're going to narrow things down a little bit. So the report is basically tickets, total incidents by assigned to. So I want to go ahead and uh, choose that. So I want narrow down the data to assign to. Uh, is anything? What I can do is anything, or better yet, actually, I can leave this as is, but I can come down to configure, and I can choose what I want to group by. So this is probably the better option. So I'm going to go ahead and group by assigned to. So what does that do? That does, if I hit run, it's going to group all the tickets by who is assigned to. So if list view isn't something that looks, sufficient to what you want, maybe you just want the numbers and you don't want to see just names on there, you can actually go back to type, and instead of picking the list view on the tickets, I tend to, for reports like this, I tend to choose bars on it. So I'll choose a bar graph and I'll hit run. And that lets me see a little bit different. So it lets me see, so for a listing of tickets that are by assigned to there, I can then go to configure and again, group it by assigned to. I don't always do the system default. I like to do show all. So it'll show me everything, all the tickets. I can then go to the style and I can set the data display label and have the label display in the middle. Click run, and I can see a number of all the incidents by who they're assigned to and the number of incidents that are assigned to that user. And then, I can again save it. So once it's saved, now I want to add it to my dashboard. I can come over to the sharing button here and I can click add to dashboard and wait till this populates. I can go ahead and then look for my specific dashboard, which is support desk incidents. And I don't have any additional tabs, so it's just going to default to the first tab that it sees. Then I can go ahead and add it. Once I click add, it's going to refresh and it's going to show the tickets, the reporting now on my dashboard. I can go ahead and just edit this dashboard. Let's get rid of this widget so that it just shows the prior reports that I've created on it. So that's how you create a report and add it to your dashboard. Hopefully this helps a little bit. We'll get a little deeper in on reporting as the video series grows. And if you have any questions or any comments, please leave in the comment section and subscribe. Thank you.